Okay, I'm going to give us a 5 count, and at 2 I'm going to hit record, and then we're going to start. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is my great privilege and pleasure to introduce the 72nd NFL Draft, man behind Mr. Irrelevant, Paul Salata. Paul, welcome to the NFL Draft Mag.blogspot.com and fieldposition.com. And I apologize that I'm losing my voice. Please tell us all about what you do with Mr. Irrelevant. I know, and Zennie knows, it's the greatest thing in the world. We want you to tell everybody else what it's all about.
The premise is that the last pick doesn't get much notoriety and fame and fortune, so we thought it would be a good idea to honor the last pick, just like Annapolis does to the last plebe or whatever the guy is, midshipman. And we have a whole week honoring that last pick, 32 years now. And it works out well because there's a lot of underdogs around and people that don't get recognized, and we think that's it. The league likes it, there's no hanky-panky, just they pick it, we do it.
Of all the players that have been the last player picked, has there ever been one that actually really became a star in the league? Because Marcus Colson was close.
He was only 7 picks away.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. And there have been some of those close calls, but Jim Finn is a starter with the Giants.
Right.
He's been there for 6 or 7 years. Mike Green is a starter with Seattle. He's been there for 6 or 7 years. And then the kid with New England Patriots lasted for 7 years, played in the Super Bowl. Linebacker. I'm sorry. Forgotten already.
You know, a lot of people don't realize all the work that goes into this in your hometown, Newport Beach, California. The parade, the dinner, the check, obviously. $10,000 doesn't just grow on trees.
I know. And not only that, what date is this?
Well, what we do is we have it in June, and usually sometime between Father's Day and the orientation of the league has to work. And this year it's prior to June 25 and after June 15th. And it depends on Detroit's practice schedule. You can't determine that until then.
Has there ever been... Sorry, Bill, the other next question.
It's okay, go ahead.
Has there ever been a TV show around Mr. Irrelevant? Because this is like a natural thing. Even a reality TV show, you put a camera in front of this guy, schlep him around. So, it'd be really interesting to put on, oh my God, ESPN. Did I just give my content idea? But, I just...
We've gone all the way from a book about it, we had all the TV things. ESPN, networks it's way bigger than we thought it was going to be. And we did communication.
They're saying Troy Smith's overrated. That's the noise. Sorry, guys.
Is that right? Yeah. You like it.
I'm sure you would have liked it as a Mr. Irrelevant.
What, is there anything that you'd like to see for the future of Mr. Irrelevant? Any plans or ideas that you want to...
You're suggesting you look pretty old, therefore you're talking about the future. Is that the point?
No,
Oh,
sir.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
You're doing better than we are.
Kick me for that one.
You're doing better than we are, Paul.
I'm planning ahead. I'm 80 years old now, and
God bless
my
you.
daughter is doing most of the work now. There's some hints that the league wants to keep it going as long as they can. Of course, Joe Brown's been a key guy, Pete Rozelle, and all the commissioners have been totally involved.
Excuse me, did you say you were 80? I don't believe you. Folks, he looks great. You look like he's 50 and 60,
That's what I tell all those little old ladies at the draft.
Little old ladies at the draft.
Yeah.
The one yesterday that had a head shape with the NFL logo on the side of her head.
No, with that exception. No, you guys
That's a
are
good
the right
exception to make. I like that one.
Paul, I know you're really busy today, and thanks for taking the time with us. Last question from me. I think what you're doing is fantastic. What do you see, with the league's policy on conduct now? Do you also try to get looking at a guy that has a good moral background as well as, and you're glad when the guy is the last pick? You want a guy to have a good moral background, so when you bring him to Newport Beach, he doesn't tear up the town.
No, we're not worried about that. I think what Commissioner Roger Goodell is doing is the right thing to do. That the integrity of the game is way bigger than anything else. The owners,
we totally,
absolutely,
we totally agree.
That's our freedom. We think that's important, and anybody doesn't understand that, showboats and others, that's tough on them because they're going to learn that they took the wrong track.
Question for me. What's your website? mr.irrelevant.com?
That's a good question. My own is PT Salata at AOL.com.
Got it.
That's all I can remember. Yeah. The other ones are our literature. I'll give it to you when we're through here.
Okay, definitely.
Fantastic, and that was Paul. Did Zennie take over? I'm losing my voice.
Folks, Joan Rivers here is going to be available on the red carpet at the Oscars. Beautiful voice, body change, of course.
Oh my God!
But we're honored to have you.
Yeah.
It's always great to see you. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for what you do for the game.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're an integral part. Just remember.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for visiting with us.
Yeah, this is something else, isn't it? Yeah, love it. But I've turned this one off.